All right, we back. Underrated profession at the NABB, or did I say NBBA conference?
No, NABBA.
NABBA.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Tongue twister,
and we're
right?
talking to Mr.
Waverly Willis.
And we're going to continue our conversation. You're going to help me out, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just met this good brother here at the conference.
I know my name.
This is going to be a permanent connection moving forward. So
Absolutely.
You know, but so we just talked about your wonderful triumph that you did, and you know, and so inspirational to the viewers, coming from your situation from homeless, drug addiction, to now having how many shops?
3 barbershops.
3 barbershops. You got a school too as well? Or?
I'm an instructor and the director of outreach at the school.
Barber and barber instructor, owned multiple barbershops, came from sleeping on the streets, cutting hair on the bus stops to make money for his addiction. But to God be the glory, he's now providing opportunities for other people to work and feed their families. And again, that's awesome, and I thank you. So, I know you say you started late in school, but do you have any kind of funny, like, school experience? How was your school experience when you did it? Because this is actually kind of really great, because we have students that are usually a little older students. I like to call them more seasoned students, and sometimes they question if this is too late, or should I be doing? I wish I would have done this earlier. And I always like to remind them that everything happens for a reason. So it's never too late. So how was it? How was your experience being a older student?
I was an older
student.
student.
Tell us your experience in school.
Again, I was in my early 30s, and I was going to Barber College with a lot of young guys. Just like with any older guy that's dealing with younger people on a regular basis, some of it was annoying to me, but I knew I was there for a reason. You know what? Some of it was annoying, but very quite entertaining at the same time. But even more so, to take it a step further, I knew that I was there not only to get a barber license, staying focused for my own personal reasons, but I knew that those young people were put in my life because I had a story.
Yeah.
And so I would definitely use my wisdom and my life experiences to kind of help the young people out, through some of the hard times. Because not only in barber college, man, you not only gonna learn how to grow as skill set as a barber, you're going to grow as a person. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew that after the light bulb came on and all the fog started to clear from the drugs and the alcohol that was in my system, now I can exhale and say, this is why I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To tell that young dude, you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say, Barber, that just kind of came to mind when you say while being in barber school, like you said, entertaining and knowing because I was one of them knuckleheads. I was right out of high school, so I needed those seasons. Yeah. And I tell that to my students, and anyone I tell them that I'm thankful for some of the older students to help kind of like, but we had one guy we used to call Pops. His name was Larry, Mr. Larry. We used to call him Pops. He used to kind of keep us in line when we came to school,
right.
And
it takes a
would you say that when you was in school that barber school was therapy for you, along with your rehabbing and everything? Would you feel like that was
definitely therapy for me, because of the fact that I was relearning how to live life without the need of any mood or mind altering substances. And I'm also seeing young people gravitating toward my former life. So it was there for me to say, whoa.
I've been down this road.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I would share my story. Look, man, I started off just like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was the dope man just like you.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you're not curious as to why these people keep stealing from their parents, stealing from their family to bring you this money. Yeah. You can't tell me in your head you never wondered, like, what is in this stuff?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
and that's what Larry used to do for us. He used to always tell all the time, y'all stay out of trouble this week. And it started out as what you would say, originally a joke, but it became where, like you said, that rate, like a village that we knew we had to be accountable to him. When we came on
right.
Monday, we wind up actually, it happened organically that we was like, now something we were being mindful of. Like, man, we can't go back and tell Pops what we did. Let's think twice about this, because we know Pops is going to ask us. And he'll look right at us talking about, what did y'all do?
Right. Or you might even think twice about doing it.
Exactly.
Because hopefully he popped into y'all mind.
He planted that season in. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it was a great experience overall, man. Right. I'm grateful for it.
Nice. So what would you say, it sounds like you got a bunch of milestones, but what would you say is one of your proudest moments, you would say, as a barber? It sounds like you got a lot going on. I know it's probably hard, though.
My proudest moments as a barber. Well, you know what? Honestly, when I was telling you and your buddy about the programs that we got going on in our barbershops about healthy living, when we got the blood pressures, Cleveland Clinic coming in to do blood pressures, or we got the bus coming up to give people the prostate blood test. My proudest moment, I told you yesterday, was, we go talk about football, we go talk about video girls and all of that stuff. Right. But my proudest moment is when the shop is full of all of these macho men, and we exchanging vegetarian lasagna recipes, nice. or talking about a yoga pose that we have yet to accomplish. Yeah. Things of that nature. I've got many awards over the years, but those are my proudest moments, because I'm not only changing appearances, I'm changing lives. I'm hearing people telling me that their blood pressure has went down since they started walking 3 times a week, or just took soda out of the diet. Because we all going through something, And in recovery, we have a saying, it's called a problem shared is cut in half. So, you don't have to carry that on you. You can share it with me. I might have a suggestion on how I quit, or you might have a suggestion on how you stop doing something.
So it doesn't matter, because all of it is still an addiction.
Right. Yeah.
Eating and drugs,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or it just might be you got an issue at home. Sometimes we just need to talk.
Right. And so, like we talked yesterday, and shout out to Alton Mitchell, Cuts by Quick, and as well as Mr. Mike Sauls of Maestro, to give him a shout out to him. I'm doing this solo right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so going back to what we talked about yesterday in that our conversation that we had about what you're doing with providing the screening and helping, is that something you could tell artists that they could do in any barbers or existing barbershops that are watching?
Right.
That's something that they can implement into their shop,
Absolutely.
Right?
That's one of the goals of the Urban Barber Association. Our mission statement is empowering the community through networking and education. And so I'm here just to spread the good word or the good news about what the Urban Barber Association is doing, and hopefully plant some seeds that you all can take it back to North Carolina and do the same. So we got a partnership with Cleveland Clinic, where the nurses from Cleveland Clinic or local hospital, also Cleveland State University after the NEO-Med program. So students come out, or the American Heart Association,
nice.
All of which rotate, and they send people out to check our blood pressures at the shop. So while the client is waiting on himself to get his haircut, we can get our blood pressure checked.
Nice.
It got to the point that I got a little grant money. So now we bought some manual machines. Nice. So the machine is just sitting on the table. So now you don't have to wait on someone. You can just have a seat, you're waiting to get your hair cut, put it on your arm, hit the button, it'll tell you what your blood pressure is.
Kind of like the drugstores do.
Exactly.
Right.
And the goal of that program is to screen, educate, and refer people. It's called the B3 program, the Barbershop, Beauty, for Beauty Salon, and Blood Pressure program. And again, it's the screen, educate, refer. We want to screen you, let you know what it is, educate you on what's a good versus a bad blood pressure, and then refer you to a physician. The ultimate goal is to get men or people, period, to go to the doctor on a regular basis, that they can have a relationship with that physician. And when we started this program, a lot of barbers are apprehensive. Well, what's in it for me?
Right.
Which
or I'm not I'm not a physician or
Right. And again,
they provide training or anything
yeah,
like that?
we do provide workshops, but we never give out medical advice.
Right.
You know, we will have conversations. Well,
Yeah.
a good blood pressure most think is I think 80 over 120 over 60. I think it is over 80, but it's now it's below 120 over 80.
Well, I want you to hold that thought because we got to take another quick break.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make sure that for you don't know, we're gonna make sure we leave all his information in the description. So we'll make sure we link them because we're trying to take this thing not only North Carolina but hopefully to if you're interested in trying to do this in your state in your area. I'm gonna make sure the information is down in the description.
Globally.
We'll be right back. We're trying to go global with it.